I don't know why I talk with my hands so much. I think it's the Italian in me, but it's dangerous. I can slap myself at any moment. Magic wand, magic wand. Okay. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today is a rather special video. I got a request from one of my lovely subscribers to do a makeup look for a coronation. So I'm going to pretend that I am important enough to have attended the coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla. So this is sort of the look that I would wear if I was going to that event. I wanted to create something very timeless, elegant, and classy. You can definitely use this look for any sort of special occasion, a wedding, a graduation, inauguration, anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more fun videos like this. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the look. Okay, so if I was going to the coronation or any special event, I would want my base to be pretty flawless and to be long-lasting. So for that, I would go for like my Estee Lauder Double Wear, or for what I'm going to be using today, my NYX Bear With Me Blur Tint. This is an awesome foundation because it gives you a lot of coverage, but it's very lightweight on the skin. And I also like that it dries down to more of a matte finish, so that for those long days when you're going to be out and about, if you're going to be in flash photography, this is going to look super flattering. It's not going to reflect a lot of light. It's going to make you look super smooth and airbrushed. You want to have something that's going to look really good on camera. So I'm going to take this. I would just recommend for any special occasion, going in with your normal skincare, a moisturizer, a sunscreen because you're going to be outside, and then choose your base accordingly. And you can see this gives a lot of coverage right away. But I love it because it's one of the few foundations that gives so much coverage and gives you that matte finish, but is not cakey or drying on the skin. So it's really great if you do have more dry skin like I do. For concealer, I would similarly want something more full coverage and more matte, just for that flawless appearance in photographs especially. So today I'm going to be using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, one of the most full coverage, flawless concealers that I own. But since this shade is a little bit too light for me, I am going to be mixing in the Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Concealer. This one is much too dark for me, but the formula is very similar to the Too Faced. I would say it's a little bit less hydrating, but it is still really, really full coverage. I'm gonna mix these two. Okay, so just to melt everything in, you don't have to do this if you have normal to oily skin, but because my skin is more dry, I do feel like initially I want a little bit more hydration just to melt everything in. That's going to dry down throughout the day. My skin's going to soak it up. The matteness of these products is going to come out. So cater this to your skin's needs. I'm going to use my Radiant Setting Spray from Neutrogena today. And then once that is almost dry, I'm going to take my sponge and just lightly press all of the product into my skin. And it really just helps everything to melt down and look much more seamless. Because sometimes if you have dry skin and you are using more mattifying, full coverage, heavy-duty products, it's difficult for them to really melt into your skin right away because it's going on a more... I just hit myself in the chin. I don't know why I talk with my hands so much. I think it's the Italian in me, but it's dangerous. I can slap myself at any moment. But anyway, yeah, it can be more difficult to apply those products because your skin is going on a more dry base. Whereas someone with more oily skin, their skin's a little bit more naturally hydrated, dewy, plump. So I'm just compensating for that with a setting spray. But even if you do have oily skin, I would still suggest going in with a setting spray, maybe something more mattifying like Urban Decay All Nighter, because it still helps all these products look more skin-like and melt into your skin, but it is going to help control your oils as well. I am going to fill in my brows really quickly with my NYX Professional Makeup Brow Pencil. Use any brow pencil, powder, pen you're comfortable with. I wouldn't recommend doing something like a laminated brow, something kind of trendy like that. I think that looks really good on Instagram and social media, and it can be really fun, but I think it can look a little bit unnatural if you're not careful. And for a special occasion like a coronation or a graduation, I think you would probably want to stick with something more timeless, just a normal natural brow shape, so it's not going to be super distracting. That's just my opinion. Do whatever makes you feel the most beautiful and makes you feel comfortable. But for me, I feel like just a soft, naturally filled in brow is the way to go. So I'm not going to be doing any like crazy lamination, gluing the brow hairs to my face or anything like that. So I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows and then we'll be back to finish up the base. Okay, brows are done, so let's finish up the complexion. For a special occasion where you're going to be in a lot of photographs, I feel like layering a cream and a powder, blush, bronzer is really going to make a difference because it's going to show up better in photographs and it's going to last longer because as the powder wears off, the cream will be left behind. For bronzer, I'm going to be taking my LYS No Limits bronzer stick in the shade Motivate. I love this formula. It's super creamy, really easy to blend. It's very pigmented, so you don't need a lot. Literally, it blends itself. It's like butter. Butter.
I hit it with another stick of butter, man.
And actually, I did recently do a bronzer declutter, so I will go ahead and link that in case you guys are interested in seeing swatches, seeing my bronzer collection. I give sort of mini reviews on each product, so I'll go ahead and link that for you guys. See, that just took the face to the next level. I was flat, one-dimensional flatness. And now I actually have some shape back, and some life, and some warmth. Magic. Magic, magic wand, magic wand. Okay, I don't know what that was, sorry. For highlight, I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, the highlighter. This is my favorite out of all of the Halo Glow wands that e.l.f. launched. Definitely love the highlighter the most. So pretty. It's reflective, but it's not too much. So I'm just going to focus it on the high points of my face. And then I'm going to tap that in with my fingertip. I might have actually applied a little bit too much, but that's okay. I'll just put some under the brow, and I'll work it up here too, just a little bit, onto the forehead. And we'll put some on the Cupid's bow while we're here. And I'm just going to go with my sponge just to pick up any excess. I went a little bit crazy. I was too excited to use this. But I don't know if you can see, it gives a really pretty natural glow to the skin. For a cream blush, I wanted to use this. Oh, I almost dropped that. Oh. These hands are deceiving me today. They're smacking me in the face. They're dropping my products. Get it together, hands. Anyway, we're going to take my Undone Beauty 4-in-1 color cream. And I really love this because it's super pigmented, but it blends really easily. You do get 4 different tones, so you can mix and match. It's more versatile that way. But for today, I think I'm going to stick mostly to these inner 2 right here and focus mostly on the brighter pink. I feel like a nice bright pink blush is just, it's so timeless, you know? Very classic. It would look good for a wedding, for graduation, pretty much for anything. And I feel like pink is pretty flattering on all skin tones. When you... What in the world am I doing? See, these hands. Why are you putting it all the way down here, hand? Let me take my foundation brush. As I was saying, when you are going to a special occasion, you want to make sure you're wearing tones that you really feel comfortable in because, you know, you don't want to be worrying about how you look. You want to feel really confident and just be able to enjoy the moment, majesty, the magnitude of the situation, especially if you are attending a coronation. That is such a historical, momentous moment that I don't think you'd want to be worrying about like, oh my gosh, I feel so insecure about my orange blush, or you know. So just pick a tone you feel comfortable with. But I personally always love a good pink blush. Let's go ahead and set the face. For under the eyes, I'm going to take my LYS Triple Fix Setting Powder. This is the translucent one. Such a great, reliable powder. Even if you have dry skin, I would recommend setting your makeup. Again, just to really ensure that it is going to last all day. You don't want to worry about your makeup fading. And then for the rest of the face, I'm going to take my Sigma Soft Focus Setting Powder. I personally have mine in the shade Vanilla Bean. I love this powder. It's so fluffy and smoothing on the skin. I am going to take it on a more fluffy brush because I don't want to overdo it. My foundation was a bit more on the matte side to begin with, so I really don't need that much powder. Just a light dusting. I'm going to tap off the excess and then just lightly tap that around my face. And this will also help the powder products we're going with after blend a little bit easier and not get patchy or stick to weird areas of the face. Here's what the skin is looking like so far. I feel like we're looking pretty good. Alright, to set the bronzer, I'm going to take this bronzer from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush. You don't have to go too overboard, just a light dusting over that cream that we had already placed. And I'm going to take some down the neck too. And I'm just going to sweep the tiniest bit through the crease. I love doing this just to make the look a little bit more cohesive. For blush, I'm going to take Dandelion from Benefit Cosmetics. Really pretty light baby pink. And this just makes you look super youthful and it just freshens up the face a bit. And then I'm just going to take my powder brush. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm just lightly sweeping around the edges. When it comes to eyeshadow, if I were going to the coronation or to a really big special event, I wouldn't want my eyeshadow to be too colorful or too over the top. It is more of a modest, professional sort of setting, and it's just very elegant and classy. So I would recommend sticking to more neutrals, nothing too glittery. I would want something a little bit more soft and maybe a light satiny shimmer, but nothing too reflective. Again, I don't want anything too distracting. The special day is not about me. It is about the king and the queen. It is about the president. It is about the graduate. It's about that other special person, and you're just there to support them and to feel your best and feel confident. Just my personal opinion. But for eyeshadow today, I do want to just do something really simple, a little bit more neutrally mauve, because I have this little eyeshadow palette from Lottie London, and I just couldn't resist a good little pun there. You know, I don't even know if it's a pun, but London, Coronation, England, you know. I had to do it. So I'm going to use this today, and I'll just go ahead and speed through this because it's not really a tutorial. I'm just going to be doing something super simple. I'll probably just do like 1 or 2 mattes and then a shimmer, and then we'll move on to mascara and the lips. I don't know how it feels to be lost inside this world. Don't give up, no. I can take you anywhere, I can take you home. I just wanna be there so you never feel alone. I don't know how it feels to be lost inside this world. Don't give up, no. It's hard to know who you are when you don't know where to start, and people are talking too much. I tried my best to survive. Sometimes I don't feel alive, but I know that we'll make it out. I can take you anywhere, I can take you home. I just wanna be there so you never feel alone. I don't know how it feels to be lost inside this world. Don't give up, no. I can take you anywhere, I can take you home. I just wanna be there so you never feel alone. Okay, so as you guys could see, I did take a little bit of my blush and just pop that through the crease. I just love doing that because I feel like it really helps to create a more cohesive look and pull everything together. And then, as you also saw, I did add a little bit of liner. You don't have to do that. You can go with a pencil liner. You can use a darker shade of the eyeshadow. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I just like adding a little bit of eyeliner just to really emphasize the lash line. I feel like a nice little wing liner is super classic. My wings actually got a little bit bigger today than I was wanting to go, but that's okay. If you ever get a little bit out of hand with your winged liner, you can always take a little bit of concealer and a flat brush and clean them up, so that's what I'm going to do now. I feel like this side's pretty good, but we'll make it even. Alright, I'm going to take my Benefit Roller Lash. This is not waterproof, but if I were attending the coronation, I would use waterproof mascara because just in case I cry, my eyes get watery, it's always good to have waterproof. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly finish applying my mascara and then we will do the lips, and we will be all set to go to the coronation. Okay, so I finished up the mascara. I really like how the eyes turned out. Just natural, feminine, pretty, classic, elegant. But I do want to add a little bit of an inner corner highlight. This palette doesn't have a super brightening shade, so I am going to reach into just a highlighter I have in my collection. I'm going to take this highlighter from JCat. This is their You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter, and I have mine in the shade Seaside Frost. And I'm going to spray the brush just to prevent any fallout and really intensify that glow. For lips, I could not use a Charlotte Tilbury product. She's so iconic. I think she actually attended the coronation. So kudos to her. She is awesome. I love her makeup style and her aesthetic. Her products are beautiful, so I'm going to use Pillow Talk. And I do love the formula of this. It is probably one of the most long-wearing lip liners I have in my collection. And again, if I was going to a coronation, I would want my lip liner to stay in place all day. That is very important to me. I'm definitely going with a lip cheat from Charlotte Tilbury. The color is perfect as well. It's the perfect nudie, rosy pink. So it pairs perfectly with the eyeshadow, and it's like a My Lips But Better color. But I think any neutral, long-wearing lip liner is gonna be your best bet, girlfriend. Such a gorgeous color. To top that off, I'm gonna go in with a gloss. I personally would love a glossy finish because I just feel the most pretty in a glossy lip. So I'm gonna take L'Oreal Feathery Fleur. This is their 2-in-1 lip balm in gloss. One of my favorite formulas and colors of all time. Let's go ahead and set the brows into place. I said I wouldn't use a super intense, laminated, waxy, soap brow sort of a product, and I'm not. I'm just going to use a standard brow gel. This is the Clear Brow Gel from Milani. Gives you good hold, keeps your brows in place, but it doesn't shellac them down to your skin, which I really like. Let's add just a touch more blush, because blush is going to be the first thing that fades. It looks intense now, but trust me, in photos, it's going to be way more tame, and it's going to fade throughout the day. Hey, stop it. Literally, my cats are such mess. They have to crash every one of my videos, Sophie. Alright, so if you'll notice, if you remember, I didn't apply any highlighter earlier. And that's because I wasn't sure if I really wanted to go in with highlighter. I am a highlighter gal. I love highlighter. If you watch my videos, you know that. I love to glow. But I feel like on a special occasion like a coronation, which is a bit more bougie, little high-end, little royal, classy, I wouldn't want something too reflective. I just feel like it doesn't fit the vibe, I just mean I think something more natural and lit from within is more suitable for something like a coronation, a wedding, graduation, something that's gonna look really pretty in person, but not be too distracting in photos and not too distracting in real life, because you are gonna be around people and you don't want a bunch of glitter on your face. So I'm going to take my Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is a very natural, but still really beautiful highlight. It does give you a little something something. It's really pretty, but it's not sparkly at all. Ooh, forgot how much I love this highlighter. Since our foundation is a bit more matte, this is just gonna add a little bit of glow back to the skin. Last but not least, to lock everything into place, because I want my makeup to stay in place all day for this magnificent event, I am going to take my setting spray. Same one I used earlier. You could use, again, something more long-wearing like the Urban Decay All Nighter, the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, the Patrick Star One Size setting spray. Those are super intense. I don't feel like I personally need that, but I am going to still go in with a setting spray. And again, once everything is almost dry, I'm going to take my sponge and just lightly press everything into the skin. So yeah guys, this is the finished look. This is the makeup look I would wear if I were attending a royal coronation. I think it's just a really simple, classy, timeless look. It's not too much, but it definitely gives you really good coverage. It's gonna last all day long, and it just makes me feel super confident and pretty. So I really love how this look turned out. I think it suits me. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this video, if you like how the look turned out. What would you change? What would you wear if you were attending a royal coronation? I would love to hear in the comments below. Let me know if you have any other video ideas, any other looks you would like me to create. I would love to hear them. Also, I feel like it's super British to wear like a hat. I don't know, what do you guys think? Hat, no hat? I kind of like the hat. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.